There's the pavilion. The parking, you'll go down the road, go around. You're going to park down the backside of the hill. Bathrooms there, and this will be the starting lines. So we just dove into the trail. It looks like you want to go straight, but really this is the way you're coming back. You want to turn right here. There's going to be signs up. So the first important turn you make is actually your first turn, to make sure you're going the right direction on the plaid trail and not going against traffic. 1.3, 1.4 miles in is going to be the 5K split. If you're doing the 12 and a half, you're going to go straight ahead. There's going to be lots of signs right here. But then the 5K is going to follow these orange flaggings, and they're going to cut through to the other trail and head back. We did see some other orange flagging, but what we do is we have these clothesline pins, and our flagging does have the reflective tape on it. So make sure you're looking out for this flagging. It's going to be pretty easy to tell ours apart from the other flagging that's out here on these trees. So here's the trail intersection. You got blue, you got white, but we are going to put up signs having you turn and go this way. So this here should lead us to that straight path that takes you to the aid station. Like here's another trailhead, plaid and blue. So there's lots of enticing intersections. But that's why I got Phil with me back here. We're gonna mark this thing heavily. So you're just gonna keep shooting straight through till you come to this part right here. There it is. That is a straight shot to the aid station. Whenever we run the second half of this, we're gonna come behind us. And we're gonna end up out there where we gotta run all the way down this to the aid station a second time, but we're not there yet. So right now, we made our way to the straight shot. And we're going to go to the main trailhead where the aid station is. Coming up on this gate, once you see the gate, you know the aid station is right on the other side of it. Here's our gate. And there's the pavilion where our aid station is going to be. You're going to have to go to this aid station twice on this loop. So we're at the aid station. We came from where Phil is right there. Now we got to go across to this trailhead over here. The second time through, we're going to come through to the aid station and go back. But the first time, we're still the first time to the aid station. So we're going to come here and go over to that trailhead right there. And it looks like there's some bathrooms right there. Right when you enter into the trail, you're greeted with a fork in the road. Right here, you go, there's a left, there's a right. We're gonna have signs, and we have flagging. So right when you enter the trail, we're gonna go right. And we're gonna keep following this thing all the way down until we find another fork in the road. Coming up on the big map. When you get to the big map, that is going to be a left-hand turn, but the big map's important because it means that you're almost to the U-turn. The U-turn is where most people overshoot the signs and get lost. So let's go from the big map all the way to the U-turn and see what it looks like. Here's our trail sign. You have a blue trail. You have Coyote. We're going to want to take Coyote. And here it is. You see how welcoming that trail is straight ahead? But there's a berm right here. So this is where we make a U-turn. We turn here and we head this way, following the trail up along. There's going to be signs here, but this is where people fly by and miss it.
Okay, so
A little over 3 miles in. Once you see the lake through the trees, that means that you're almost to the water stop. Right now we're up by the pavilions, so there's no aid station here. This is gonna be a water stop. Once we hit this water stop, we're gonna run by the water and work our way back to that aid station. We are coming up from the lake, and through here I can see a trail sign, but if you hit that trail sign, you went too far. We're gonna put a right turn sign here, and you're gonna go over that log. So coming up from the lake, this trail is pretty defined, and you can swing around If you swing around, you can go right, you can go straight, you can go left, and all of those are wrong. Because if you make it to that trail sign right there, you went too far. Again, Phil's coming up from the lake and he is gonna turn to the right. And this is where we have our down tree. You can jump over it if you want to play parkour, or you can go around it like I am. And we are back on the trail that we should be on. I was just about to say how it's overgrown, but not that bad. And now we got this guy. All right. Oh, hang on, I got it. It's not heavy. No, it's not. I bet some of you are just like, you should have left that there so I can jump over it. And for everyone else, you're welcome. All right, we're making our way up to that pathway, the one that leads to the aid station. Here it is. There's gonna be a sign right here telling you to go right. And you see Phil. So the path that takes you back to the finish line is actually gonna be this way, but you have to go to the aid station first. A lot of people can get confused. You can get disqualified from getting first, second, or third. So once you get back on this path, you have to go straight all the way to the aid station. I'm gonna show you the spot where people get confused. I really like this section because it's very runnable. And whenever you're on it, you know you're going to the aid station and there's gonna be food. Here's where people get confused. This is the way back to the finish line, but you have not checked in at the aid station yet. So you have to go past here, check in at the aid station, turn around, and you come back. And when you come back, you shoot through here. Now look at how close that is once you start coming down here. Another thing people do is they check in at the aid station, they get running downhill, and they shoot past the turn. Once you start coming down the hill, your turn is right here. So last time, please go all the way to the aid station, all the way to that turnaround cone, come back, then hit this turn. This point and the U-turn are the two spots where people get the most confused. So hopefully this video can help you to where you don't make the same mistakes that runners made in previous years. This trail holds water so well. I think it's gonna rain on Friday, but so far it rained so much this weekend and on Monday, and it's just been great. We're finishing up this section of trail. You have to go across the start finish if you're doing multiple loops, and of course if you're finishing the race. At this point here, you need to pop out into the sidewalk to go to the start finish. Last year we had runners continue running that way and starting another loop. We're done. We're going this way. We are done. So now we're on the sidewalk, and the sidewalk's gonna take you right to the start finish. There's gonna be the pavilion where you can have drop bags if you're doing extra loops. And then your crew and everyone can set up right here as we come across the start finish line. I hope you enjoyed the scouting mission from Phil and I. It's good to see that the trail is in good shape after all the rain from the weekend. It's good to see that there's bathrooms at the start finish, bathrooms at the aid station, and everything looks great. I can't wait to see everybody Saturday. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to help you out.